Hey, welcome back to the shop. If you've seen the previous video, you'll know that we're working on two almost identical cigar box guitars. Neck for twin 1 has been fretted, and if you remember the end nipper situation we had, I did come back with these end nippers and cut them a lot more flush. It's going to be a lot less filing to dress these frets now. Neck number 2, well, I showed up to do some work. None of you guys showed up to help, so I went ahead and cut the headstock, cut it out, cut these curves out. You can see I still have some marks. I need to cut this out to thin the headstock up, partly for looks and partly to make sure the tuners fit. See how thin that is. Now on the back side, we're going to start making some cuts back here, and this first strip is going to be cut and glued on to the bottom like we have here, like these pieces. It's going to lift the whole neck up out of the box. I'll explain that more in the next video. So before we can carve that neck, we need to put some fret markers in. And I've made my own fret markers with a doweling jig, and we're going to use these. I cut the heel and the headstock on the bandsaw and finished up the cuts with a cheap Japanese razor saw. I'm drilling the fret markers with a 1/4 inch straight cut router bit because of the flat bottom that it will leave. Setting up a fence on the drill press helps keep the holes consistent. And now that the fret marker holes are drilled, I can glue the fretboard onto the neck. Let that dry and turn back to twin 1 to dress the frets. Dressing the frets is fairly basic. You first file the fret ends flush to the edge of the fretboard, then you file them at a 45-degree angle to get that nice chamfer. Then with a small file, hopefully with a safe edge, you file the ends of the frets smooth in a kind of a rounding motion. You don't want to feel any sharp edges along the edge of the fretboard. When you eye down the length of the fretboard, you shouldn't see any frets sticking up higher than others. You can use a fret rocker to check the frets. If needed, you may have to level the frets and then recrown them. The fret markers I am using are made from a shop-made wooden dowel. To install the fret markers, I use a little glue, tap the dowel in, and cut off with a flush cut saw. And now the neck is ready for carving and sanding. If you like this video, please subscribe, comment, ring the bell, give us a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel and we appreciate it.